Hello, welcome to Voice Set Free. I am Mildred. Now, today I'm not going to be doing any vocal exercises as such. I want to talk about something that many, if not all, singers struggle with. Whether you are a wannabe singer or you are a professional, and that's fear. Now, that can come in many different shades, many different ways. It can be performance anxiety, it can be fear of making mistakes, it can be fear of being judged, it can be fear of name your fear. Name your flavor of fear. But it's a reality that many of us face, and it's understandable. You see, singing is like part of us. It's our voice. It's our essence. And therefore it makes us vulnerable, And when humans get vulnerable, it can cause a lot of different emotions. So fear is quite understandable. It is normal. Now, fear can be good. It pushes us to put our best foot forward. But there is also the negative side of fear, where it can stop people who want to learn to sing to even get voice lessons because they've convinced themselves, well, that person's going to judge me. I'm going to sound so harsh. Or you can make great singers go on stage and make some serious blunder because they're just fearful and they've never learned how to deal with the performance anxiety. I'm guilty. I've been there. As the song says, I've been there before. Yes. I've had to fight to be able to get back on stage again with some of the things I've done. Fear can really be debilitating for some. I remember being a part of a choir when I was in school, and we were having a performance. I went to all the practices, diligently prepare, and the night of the performance, I was so scared I never once got on stage. Yeah, fear can do a lot. And it's so important for us to first acknowledge it when we feel it and sit with it and question ourselves so we can know the root of it. I'm going to be giving you some tips, but there are a plethora of reasons that you can have fear that you may need to investigate something else and put it to practice for your own fear. But the first thing I'll say is sit with it, acknowledge it, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, what is the root? Is it insecurity? Where is it coming from? Is it something someone said in your past? But let's get to it. I made some notes on this one because I'm like, I know I've had a student once and we were going up some scales, and from the time I heard her voice, I knew she could hit some high notes. I knew it. I could tell from her voice. When we were going up the scales, we had just recently started working with each other, and she reached a certain point and she stopped. I'm like, why did you stop? I thought maybe she wasn't hearing the music because we were doing it online. So I thought, well, okay, maybe she's not hearing the music. And she's like, well, I can't go any further. So I'm like, what? So basically, I just stopped everything. I realized, okay, we're going to have to deal with something here. Long story short, she was told something in her past by someone she looked up to and believed. And that made her think that her voice only goes to a certain level. So I spoke to her, somewhat I know and what I can tell, and we started going up the scales again. And man, she went even further than I thought she could go. I'm like, whoa, okay. You see that? She went even further than I thought she could go at that point because we had just started. Yet, had she stayed in that mindset, she was fearful of even trying in front of me, even though I believe that when I'm giving lessons, I'm supposed to be your safe space. You're learning. I'm not supposed to be judging you harshly. Yes, I will correct you because you want to get better, but you're learning. I expected her to go until she cracked, and then we would walk through that area because that's what we. No, she even went further than I thought her voice could. But before that, she was stopping beneath her own level because of fear, because of what someone else said in her past. So let's go through because I can start going down many rabbit holes on this one. One of the first things I said, you acknowledge your fear, you sit with it, find out what your root cause is, and then you investigate how do you deal with it. You reframe your thoughts, because if the fear is coming from thoughts, oh, I might crack. You know what? That's normal. And especially when you're just learning, you may need the right vocal exercises to take you to the next level, and then you crack, and then to the next level, and then you crack. But your voice flip or crack, it's just that place where you need to really work through. Oh, I'm afraid of making mistakes. Okay. You know what? We all make mistakes. And I want you to reframe your thoughts. First of all, with the crack, you can tell yourself, I'm learning and I will get better. When it comes to mistakes happen. And I will learn from my mistakes. I had a situation where I was on the stage singing and I got nervous and I forgot my lines. But fortunately, I had a good musician and he did something there. And somehow I was able to rest on his courage and just come back in as if it was all planned. It wasn't. So mistakes happen. And I learned from that experience. You understand? What happened there? Why did I allow myself to get nervous? What happened? What was I thinking? If you're like that student I spoke about earlier, where someone has spoken something to you, made you believe that you don't sound good, putting their judgment on you, I want you to reframe your thoughts. So I'm not going to be stuck in my past. I can learn to do this. You understand? And can I be real? Because I've had this happen to me. Sometimes people speak into you because they see your gift and they wish they had it themselves and they wanted to stop you from using your gift. So they said something to you that stuck with you and worked on their behalf to stop you from using your gift. Now, if it was somebody who was close to you and, was just telling you the truth, just know, well, you know what? I can learn to do better and I can see. But don't be stuck in the past. So when you get those thoughts, oh, well, such and such said I can't sing, hear how you reframe your thought. I refuse to be stuck in the past. I can learn to sing. Or if you know fully well you have a good voice, I do have a good voice and I'm going to use it. Reframe your thoughts. Or if you're dealing with that thought, oh, they're going to judge me. Well, you know what? Yes, we're humans. We judge each other. But I dare say you might be judging yourself more harshly than the proverbial they. If you're anything like me. But how I've learned to reframe that thought is, you know what? I'm not for everyone. Truth be told, there are many singers in this world. Many good singers. Many Grammy Award winning singers. But guess what? I don't listen to all of them. They're just not my type. They're not for me. And so I might judge some of them harshly. It does not take away from their shine. So some people may judge you, but it does not take away from your shine if you're out there doing your thing. We each have our tribe. Some of those singers, they couldn't care less if I like their music or not, because they know I'm not their tribe. They're not doing their thing for me. I'm not their type. So it's okay. So when you think the thought that people might judge you, well, you know what? You're not for everyone. Don't let that stop you. Go forward and sing. Just tell yourself, I'm not for everyone, but I'm here to do my thing, and who's for me will get it. Now, if you're just learning to sing, if you're just getting back up off of just like, I'm too afraid to even try, I have a few tips for you. The first one is make singing fun. And I would dare say again, because some people they were singing in their childhood, they were fine until something happened in life where they switched and they started having insecurities, making them afraid to sing before others. So first, you just start singing to yourself, not when others are around. Make it fun again. Sing silly songs. Make up your song. I hear the sea roar, roar, roaring. It reminds me of you. Some nonsense. Just make singing fun. A lot of the vocal exercise we teach is about gaining muscle memory. But there's a singing is a mind, body, soul connection. And if you have been stressed by singing, even if you're trying to learn, it could be a blockage for you. So first of all, stop making yourself identify singing as a fun experience. So just sing for fun, sing something silly. The next step, record yourself and face the cringe. listen to it. And when you start judging yourself harshly, again, reframe your thought. Oh my God, you know what? I can learn to do better. You know what? I'm starting my singing journey. So it doesn't sound like I want it right now. But when you face that cringe, you actually gain confidence. It's not going to feel like it, but it's going to be building confidence in you. So let's take it another step. Play it to somebody you trust. Now, listen, I say you trust because, okay, if they're going to be honest with you and it doesn't sound good, just make sure that they have your best interest at heart, because some people would just try to slam dunk you and it's not worth it. You don't want to re-traumatize yourself. But even then, if they judge you, this exercise is to help you build your own confidence in saying, that is where I am now, but I know that I'm going to get better. It gives you confidence in facing criticism and still decide you're going to go forward anyway. And then you can do karaoke, sing to someone, or join a group, or better yet, if you really, really want to learn, get some vocal lessons. Get the confidence to go, make sure it's a safe space. All right, a teacher who will correct you, but not in judgment. You know, they're trying to get you to the level you want to get to. Now, if you can already sing and you're facing all these fear of going on stage, here's some tips that have helped me. First of all, I had a teacher who told me perfect practice makes perfect. And what they meant was, don't just practice the song over and over again and you may be making little mistakes here and there. You may not sound so great then. Do your vocals, do your warm-ups. When you reach a point in that song that you may have a strain, get some exercises to help you strengthen your voice in that area and then get it right. That prepares you to come across sounding good. It gives you more confidence when you realize that, hey, I'm hearing progress. And it's good to record yourself when you start preparing a song. And then as you go along, record it again and listen to your own progress. Get the different exercises you need to make your song sound better. Then I would also say, learn your lyrics, learn your music. I've been on stage and I knew my lyrics, but I forgot. But it was fear. But in case I know some people go up and they would use their phone or something. Sometimes things happen. And I was doing a reading once. It wasn't even singing. And it was on my phone and I'm reading. And out of the blue, my phone decided to get glitchy on me. Like, what? You've never done this before. Of course, I can't have the conversation. I'm in front of a whole crowd. Singing is different. Lyrics are so rhythmic, and learn your lyrics as far as possible. If it's not possible, at least have a good knowledge of them. Okay, be acquainted with them. But for me, I like learning them, knowing them by heart, and learn your music. If I'm singing with a live band, I like, can you record it, please? So I'll take it home and I'll make sure I learn the different ins and outs of the music. But usually I'm singing with a backing track. And I would have it just playing while I'm doing things just to get that music in me. And it works out for me because I can recall being on stage. Thankfully, I knew my music so well. Something happened to the monitor and I was not hearing the music. Audience was hearing, I wasn't. It was just like barely. But when they fixed it and I could hear, I was in the right position because I knew my music so well. So learn your music. It gives you confidence in case anything happens, and things can happen. The next thing I would say, and this is what took me to a next level when it comes to performance anxiety and stage fright. How do I explain this? I've learned to sit with my song and extract the message. What was the writer trying to convey? And what is my interpretation of the message? And when I get on stage, I'm at the point where I forget what I'm wearing. Of course, I try to look my best, but once I'm there, I have one aim and one goal. Somebody needs this message and I'm going to deliver it. I'm going to deliver it with skill. I'm going to deliver it with passion. They're going to hear and they're going to walk away remembering this message from this. That has taken me a long way. Know what you're up there to do. Know what you're singing about. Try and gain an understanding. And again, remember, it may not be for everyone. But you do not go up there worrying about the judgment. You go up there and you deliver. course, I also learned techniques like grounding myself. So like even if my legs start shaking, it doesn't affect my voice anymore. So those are tips and those are strategies. And if I was going to end with one thing, is this: listen, don't compare yourself to another singer. And I can take that from many different angles. And I may have changed in mood because I just immediately had a memory. First of all, I will say this much. I'm at the age where I've heard many singers come, many singers go. Many of my favorites have gone off the scene. But one thing I've observed, that singers who were told, "Oh, you're the next such and such," and they took that to heart and tried to be like the next such and be the next such and such, they fell off the radar very early. Those who did not take it to heart and decide to carve their own lane, have their own sound, their own essence, they've made it big time. The world is not looking for a next such and such. They're looking for the next big you, the next you. Now, on a personal note, now there's certain things I would leave for my faith-based channel, but I know a lot has been said on many different platforms about Destiny Exchange, swapping and stuff like that. And I remember trying to help someone. They came to me. There's a very sensitive occasion they wanted to sing at, and I was going to help them. It was a very short time, and I know my stuff, so I know what I can do. But one of the first things she kept saying, "I want to sound like you." So I kept trying to tell him, "No, please, let's get your voice up. Believe me, you can sing beautifully." She heard me sing one of my high songs, and she wanted to sing the song. I'm like, but her tessitura, we have a very short time. Her tessitura she's low. Mine is low. I prefer singing low songs. It's just that I have a wide vocal range. So I was trying to explain to her all that, and no, she wanted to sound like me. Okay. Well, I finally got it off. When she heard me sing the song, because I can sing good though, then okay, we got over that point. When it was all said and done, although she found her voice, she said something: "I want your voice." And my stomach did that flip. I'm like, okay, we're going to go there. Believe me, we're going to go there. And she did try to go there. But I knew. I knew all the tips. I knew all the strategies. I knew exactly what's going to happen. But I was not going to give up my voice for anyone. Now, this is a very personal story. As I said, things like this, to explain it more, one day I may speak about it on my faith-based channel. We're living in a world that there are some people who are just unhinged. They've lacked identity, and they hear something, they see something, and instead of realizing that they could be their own person authentically, they want to be someone else. It's not worth it. It really is not worth it. If you try to sing like someone else, you will never be authentic. If you learn your voice, let it come out of you, I can tell you, it makes you so much more powerful, so much more authentic, so much more relatable, and it gives you confidence, because part of you know when you're not being you. And it's like cognitive dissonance going on in your mind because you know you're not being you. I'm sorry, that I think I just stepped on a pet peeve there, but it's real. It happens. Don't compare yourself with others. Well, okay, let me put it this way. Let me be balanced, because some comparisons help us to get better. But I mean, don't want to be the person. Don't want to envelop the person's voice. Learn yours. If you wanted your voice to be as high as that person, are there exercises to get you there? Yes. If you want your voice to be low as somebody else, are there exercises to get you there? Yes. Do them. And gain your unique sound. Let your unique identity shine forth. Shine in your own light. The minute you try to dim somebody else's, the minute you try to erase somebody else so that you can be in the position, you would always be beneath them. And I know I went far away, but okay, let's just pull it back. I really do hope you got some tips that will help you deal with fear, deal with becoming more confident to sing, or if you're already a singer, to allow your stage presence to be more calm and confident. There is so much more I can say, but I do not want this to be a long video. So if you've gained anything out of this, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with someone else. But what's most important, I want you to take the tips, consider. Don't hide your light. Let your voice come out. Sing again if you have not been singing. Let it be a judgment-free zone for your own self. Be your own champion. You can do it. You can find your voice, and you can set it free to the world. You may not want to go before a whole audience. You may just want to sing a special song to the special someone. But you have to start with you. You have to start with working on your own confidence. You have to start with reframing your own thoughts. You have to start with learning to embrace your own sound. You can do it. And if you need me to help you, I'll put my discovery call in the description. But believe me, if we're not a good fit, there are many other vocal coaches that can help you get that genre, that sound, work on your voice. But don't ever let fear stop you. You can do this. Thanks for listening. Bye.